Yeah, like my new intro. Fall is basically here, you guys. I am so excited. The crispy leaves, the wind blowing, the wind blowing and blowing the leaves and the sound. Oh my gosh, y'all. I just love everything about fall. Like, how can y'all not love fall? It's so crisp. The air is like no humidity. It's not too hot. It's not too cold. It's just nice. The sun is still out. I just love it. But anyway, we're not going to get on to fall because y'all know I talked about how much I love fall in my last video. So we're not going to go there again. But, thank y'all for the people who did participate in the, what was it called, y'all? The final results challenge. So it was a challenge, if you wanted to do it. So thank you guys for the ones who did do it. This video will be coming out Tuesday. I believe it will be coming out the day after the cutoff for that challenge. So I'm not sure who the winner is yet. I still, there's still a couple more, 2 or 3 more days to get your video out. So I can't really talk too much about that at this point. But thank you guys for the ones who did participate. I kind of know who the winner is already, but we got to see, if anybody else sneaks in at the last minute. So we will talk about that at another time. Tomorrow is my birthday, you guys. I don't celebrate my birthday, but my husband did say he was going to give me $1,000. Now I do accept cash. Yas, yas, yas. I do accept cash in my hand. Or, you can Zelly me cash into my bank account. That's even better because it goes straight into my bank account. Um, but yeah, you guys, my husband is gonna give me some money. I literally cleaned out all of my closets and donated all of my clothes. Literally all of my clothes, y'all, except maybe 3 outfits, and I kept all of my coats. But yeah, because I'm about to get me a whole new wardrobe, y'all. I am going into my sexy woman era. You know what I mean? I got to see what stage is this gonna take me? Where am I going with this era in my I'm going into a new century. You know what I mean? I've been Googling what kind of discounts am I gonna be getting for my senior citizen age now. Y'all, I'm getting old and I just love it. I'm so happy that I'm getting old, y'all. Um, I tell my kids, every time they ask me for something, I'm like, I don't have it because I'm getting old. So that's my excuse for everything now. I'm too old for this shit. I'm getting too old for this shit. Don't ask me for no money. I'm old. I'm saving for my retirement. I'm on a budget. You know what I mean? I'm just too old for any of this shit. I'm just too young and too old for this shit, y'all, because how am I still getting pimples? Makes no sense. I really don't look my age, but and it's good, but it's got its pros and cons because people be thinking I'm younger than I am. So then sometimes, what I'm saying, I gotta check. What I'm saying? I gotta check people and put them in their place so they can see bitch, no, I'm old enough to be your mama. Don't fucking play with me. So yeah, I mean, People need to respect their elders. My husband, he been treating me like I'm 70 years old since the day we got together. But that's okay. I got him in training. I already done told him, you not finna put me in no nursing home. You not finna put me in no senior citizen home. You not finna put me nowhere. We done talked about it. He agreed, like, look, I'm going to die in my house. I'm going to die in my home. Everything that I need is upstairs. I'm good. The bathroom is right by me. The kitchen's by me. When I get a certain age, that's all I'm gonna need. I'm gonna need the bathroom and the kitchen. That's all I'm gonna need. So, like, do not take me out of my home. If I don't end up moving, I'm gonna die in this house. He wants to help me, get in the bed. He wants to help me down the steps. He wants to open, so, when I seen he was doing all this, take advantage of it. Because I want to be old now. I want to be old now because y'all just don't understand the benefits of getting old. You don't have to deal with that young shit no more, y'all. I done did all that. First of all, I was raised by the mob. So I lived in chaos all my childhood. I'm good on that. Then, my teenage years, I still lived in chaos. Yeah, I still lived in chaos. And then, my young adult years, I was still in chaos. That's when I was in the streets and going to the clubs. Like, I've done everything that, I've done it all. Like, I've done it all. I haven't done cocaine or crack, but I'm just saying, as far as living like that wild young life, I'm good on that. All that's out my system, been out my system. So yeah, like, I'm ready to live my old life. I'm starting on my birthday. I'll be 45, y'all. I will be 45 years young, and I don't celebrate it. But like I said, I do accept cash, and I will be getting a new wardrobe. I will not be shopping in the junior section anymore. I'm going to try to have to figure out how I'm going to dress for this new, time in my life. You know what I mean? I'm a woman now. I can't be dressing like a little girl. I'm a woman. So I'm finna get on. I'm trying to, I'm trying to see which way I'm gonna go. Y'all don't know which way I'm gonna go, but I'm just so excited, y'all. I be asking my husband to, like, open bottles for me and stuff. Like, can you please just, like, give me my blanket and it be, like, right there? Can you just let my recliner out and it's like I can pull it, but I need him to help me. Like, can you please lift my leg and put my leg on the recliner, on the ottoman thing? Like, I just need help. Can you please help me tie my shoe? Can you help me tie my shoe? Can you help me down the steps? Y'all, he wants to help me. That's what he likes to do. So yeah, he's in training. He's doing really good. I do, however, want to keep myself in shape so that when I do get older, I can still get around. Because you don't want to be so old to where you just can't do nothing for yourself no more. You know what I'm saying? You don't really want nobody wiping your ass. I'm just saying. Like, you don't really want to be on hospice and just lingering on bed rest. I'm not trying to be like that. You know, I'm not trying to be like that. Now, my grandparents, they were never like that. My grandparents, they both lived in their house until they died. My granny lived in the house until she died. She died at like 78 or something like that. And she was able to get around until she died. My granddad, same thing. But he didn't die until he was like 98 or something like that. So, but he still was able to get around, and he was able pretty much to do everything for himself until he died. And that's how I'm trying to be. Like, so it's like, you still got to stay active, y'all, because I'm old now. I'm old. I'm finna be 45. Like, I'm too old for this shit. It's time for me to start doing old people things. You know what I mean? Like, I just want to wake up early in the morning, like at 5:30. You know what I'm saying? Get me some coffee and then just go out on the patio and just sit and drink my coffee and listen to the birds and just look at the trees, watch the leaves fall down, you know? see what traffic is going by, look at the sky, close my eyes, and just have peace. This is the era that I'm going into, the era of peace. So that's all I want to do, y'all. I want to travel and go eat all the different foods that I've never tried. That's all I want to do is travel. Um, I'm going to be on a budget because my retirement will be coming up. I do plan on retiring earlier than most people. I must say, because, the difference between me and you is I have a young husband who's going to allow that to happen for me. He's going to do that for me. He can probably retire too, or he can probably just work part time or something like that. I'm going to make sure that we both can retire early. Yes, my young husband, he's going to allow me to retire early. Now, I might still work a part-time job, just to still keep me having, a little something to do on the side, but I ain't trying to. And then, y'all, I did play the Powerball. I played the Powerball. I don't gamble. I don't gamble like my girl Barbie Dior said. I don't gamble, but when the money starts to get up like that, yeah, I'm finna go try. I'm finna go try to see if I can win it. And me and her, we both got our $4. I only put $10 in it, so I didn't really lose a lot. Yeah, I went in line to get my ticket, and this man before me, I had actually filled out the slip. So I had filled out the slip with, like, I think I picked a few. My husband picked one, and then I did a quick pick on one. And then the man before me, he got, like, what did he get? I think $350 or $250 in quick picks. And then I was, like, right behind him, and I did my little $10. But y'all, oh my gosh, my client was so wrong. Like, cause I asked her, y'all know last time she did shout out the numbers for, like, the cash 3. And that's no lie, y'all. She shouted out the numbers for the cash 3 when she was going through her little dementia, like she was having outbursts of dementia with, and she just shouted out 3 numbers. And I'm just like, and then come to find out that them numbers hit at noon. She shouted out them numbers around 11:30ish, and those numbers hit at noon, y'all. So, but this time, she was more in her right state of mind. We was watching the news, and I said, "Look at the news." I said, "Look," I said, "the Powerball." I said, "The Powerball. Look at what the Powerball's up to." I said, I don't want to say her name. Let me see, what can I call her? I'm gonna call her Luann. So I was like, "Luann, look the news, the Powerball. The Powerball. Look at what the Powerball's up to." I was like, "Luann," I was like, "What you think the number's gonna be?" And she was like, and she started just saying some numbers, y'all. When they get that age, her birthday's coming up too. At the end of the month, she's not a Virgo, she is a Libra. And she'll be 98, y'all. So, when they get that age, you know what I'm saying, they be knowing stuff. Like, sometimes they get into that spiritual realm, you know what I'm saying, to where they know stuff. And the last time, y'all, I feel like something had took over her body, and, like, she literally shouted out those numbers, y'all. And it was the numbers, and I was so mad that I didn't go play it. So, but anyway, I just said, well, I figured I'd just go ahead and ask her. So I was like, "What you think?" I was like, "Luann, what you think the numbers are going to be?" And she just started saying some numbers, and I grabbed my phone and started, like, putting it in my phone. And, but yeah, she was completely wrong, y'all. She was completely wrong. I won the $4 off of my husband. My husband had one of the numbers right. So, anyway, that was a bust. I'm so disappointed in my client. She wasn't on her, on her game that day. But y'all, I tried. But anyway, we trying to get my little lady We trying to get my little lady to get to 100. That's what she wants to do. She wants to live to be 100. So we'll see. But y'all, I had a dream that this was gonna be her last Christmas. So I don't know if she gonna live like a whole nother year. Like later she'll make it to her next birthday at the end of September and she'll be 99, and then she won't make it till Christmas. But I literally had a dream that I was sitting with her daughter, and it was on Christmas, and we were sitting in her, in the room with her, because she always comes, on the holidays. And I always seem like I always have to work the holidays. But y'all know I don't celebrate holidays anyway, so I don't mind it. But but she always, she comes and they, have their dinner, whatever, open gifts and stuff like that. And it was on Christmas in my dream, and I told her daughter, I was like, well, this is going to be her last Christmas. And she just looked at me and she said, I know. And she just, we both just shook our head and kind of smiled, because I mean, she is 98 years old. So, but I don't know if that's going to come to pass. We shall see. But a lot of my dreams do come to pass, y'all. I don't even know. I just have a gift. I have a gift to where I dream stuff and it happens. Sometimes it could be a year before it happens. Sometimes it can be 3 years before it happens. Sometimes it can be 2 weeks before it happens. But I always dream stuff before it happens. Now, I have had a dream after something happened. I had a dream one time that it was a big, huge whale. Y'all, it was like I seen like the middle of the ocean. The middle of the ocean. It was just a still middle of the ocean. It was kind of dark outside. The water was still. And then this big old whale, y'all, had just jumped up from the middle of the ocean, just jumped up in the air, like almost to where you could see its entire body, and it was huge. And then this arrow just came out of nowhere and just shot the whale in the stomach. And then the whale just went straight down and died. And I didn't know what that dream meant, but I knew that it meant something because it was so vivid. And that's another thing. If my dreams aren't vivid, then most of the time it doesn't mean anything. But if they are like really vivid, it felt like it was real and I was like really there, and I wake up and I remember it, like I remember every detail of the dream, because that's what vivid is. Then I know that dream means something. It means something, and something is going to come to pass from that, you know. So anyway, come to find out, I'm not going to say who it was, but it was someone that I know that I was very close with at the time, and she had told me that she had got an abortion. So that's kind of what that meant with the arrow going in the whale, because a whale is a mammal, and then the arrow going in, is like killing, so that's basically, I believe that's what that was, because I was so close to her, and she did tell me that she had got an abortion. And I was like, I didn't think about it at the time, but later on, I was like, that's what that dream meant. So yeah, you guys, I'm not going to really be doing too much for my birthday. Like I said, I am going to go shopping. I'm going to try to check out some of the stores around me. I might go out of town, not too far, like, the next town over or something like that. I might try to hit some shopping areas around here to see what they have. But y'all, I hate shopping. Like, I literally do not like to shop. I know looking at me, you wouldn't think that, like people wouldn't think that, but I do not like shopping. I would rather shop for like house stuff, like home decor. Now, when my sons were small, I used to love shopping for like their stuff. It was just easy. But like shopping for myself, oh my gosh, especially clothes, like I hate it. I hate shopping for clothes. I hate trying on clothes. Like I've always been like that. Always, always, always been like that. So I'm gonna try to see what they have around here. I'm gonna wear one of my little outfits that I kept and go shopping because I only kept two. And I'm gonna try some websites online. I'll probably order like one thing just to make sure that the size and the material and everything is good. And then if I see that I like it, then I'll order some more stuff online. But I definitely have to order me some clothes, y'all, because like I said, I cleaned out my entire closet. So yeah, it's time to go shopping, y'all. And I haven't been shopping in so long. Like it's been so long since I've been shopping. Like, because most of the time when I do shop, I buy like really expensive clothes, like good material clothes, like stuff that's going to last. And my clothes like Hollister, you know what I'm saying? It's like good cotton clothes that's gonna last you forever. So yeah, that's what I gave away a lot of my stuff and to some people that I know, and the rest of it I just took to the Goodwill and donated it. But yeah, y'all, how have y'all been? How has everyone been? Are y'all ready for the winter? I'm not ready for the winter, y'all. I do not like the cold. So I'm just enjoying the weather right now as much as possible and enjoying the sun as much as possible, y'all, because I hate when the days get shorter and the sun, we don't get as much sun and everything. Like, it's so depressing. So I'm just trying to enjoy it as much as possible. Hopefully winter goes by so fast, that we don't even realize that it was here. And hopefully fall stays longer and, winter is shorter. That's what, the goal is for the weather. So anyway, y'all, I ain't even talked anything about the nails. It's so hard. I think on my next video, I do angle my camera a little bit differently so that y'all can see more of like the nail art. But to get nail art, it's kind of hard to angle the camera. Well, in my space that I have, it's kind of hard to angle it to where you can really see every little thing that I'm doing. Because, sometimes when we're doing nail art, you have to have your hand over the nail to get that line that you're looking for. But I think the next one where I do that whole sweater set, that one's going to be better. So yeah, because I kind of like, how did I angle it? So usually I think on here, like I just have it above me. So I kind of brought it up, not up, but like toward me some, and kind of angled it like to where it would be more in front of me, to where you get that really good angle, but your forehead keeps hitting, what I'm saying, your phone or your camera or whatever. So that's kind of like the angle that you want to get when you're showing off nail art. It's kind of it's almost got to be like to where you're hitting it, or you can do like that side view. But I don't even know if I can position my phone to make it a side view because of how I have everything set up. But yeah, there's a motorcycle outside. I don't know if y'all heard that. I do have my mic, but anyway, you guys, I'm about to go and cook some homemade lasagna and make a nice homemade lasagna and have a salad with it. Me and my husband have been meal prepping, y'all, for the week. We just started doing that. Of course, I'm the one that does all the cooking, but I think I'm gonna wait till he gets home and we can do this lasagna together, because that's one thing that he does not do. He cannot cook, y'all, at all. He cannot boil water at all. Like, and I don't mind cooking. Like, I love cooking. I can cook and I like to cook. I remember when I was younger, I didn't really too much care for cooking, but I enjoy it now. So, but I do like for him, and he likes being in the kitchen with me too, because he needs to learn how to do something, y'all. He needs to learn how to do something, Because like I said, I'm a senior citizen now. I'm getting too old to be doing all of this stuff. Like, you can't just feed me pizza every single day. Like, no, you can't. So anyway, you guys, hopefully you enjoyed the set and listened to my chit chat. Hopefully you enjoyed my chit chat. Y'all don't forget to hype me up and hit the like button. Subscribe to my channel if you have not already subscribed, and leave me a little comment so I can interact with you guys. And like I always say, if I don't see you in my next video, I will see you over on your next video.
Put day in my mind, seem to take a step out, get some air now, let your edge out. To some iceberg, you'll be heavy in my mind. Can you get the heck out? I need rest now, got me bummed out.